All right. Hi, I'm Ricky from Reb Consultants. I help subcontractors with their tendering. So my goal is basically to make this process as simple and successful as possible so that you can win those bigger contracts with less stress. I try and do these on a regular basis. So feel free to jump on, ask me a question, or DM me if you feel like there's a topic that would be good for me to cover. But this is basically your opportunity to hit me up about anything. Um, okay, so getting into it, the topic that I've chosen for this week is lessons learned in tendering, and particularly improving your tendering through lessons learned. So if you're a subcontractor who's currently tendering, I'd strongly encourage you to bring lessons learned into your pricing and tendering. And I'm going to talk about two ways in this talk discussion. So the first one is by requesting feedback. So requesting feedback, reviewing the feedback, and making necessary adjustments based on the feedback. So I'm fully aware that some main contractors, or even most main contractors, they're not very good at giving you feedback. But if you're unsuccessful, regardless, you should be asking for it, and trying to get a little bit of feedback from the client on what made your bid unsuccessful. As far as I'm concerned, after all the effort that you've put in for the main contractor to give them a price, it's the least that they can do, you know. Um, so when you know some of these reasons why you weren't selected, you can make the necessary adjustments to make your tender a bit better for the next time. I.e., will you hire on the price compared to your competitors on this one? Did you meet their minimum experience requirements or not? Was that one of the issues? Did you not have the right accreditations, or did they consider your company a little bit too small? Some of these are reasons why you might not be selected, but if you don't know, you can't fix it. So I encourage you to be asking for feedback in every instance and not be putting off by the fear of asking the main contractor, especially when you put that effort in for them. Okay, that's my first point. The second point that I'm going to talk about is cost tracking your projects and then comparing them back to the tender budgets, i.e. you've won the tender, you deliver the job, it's comparing those costs when you deliver the job to your tender budgets, i.e. your pricing that you got the job for. So as an engineer, project manager myself, I've frequently been responsible for the costs on my projects, some quite large projects. This is including of the cost tracking and forecasting and monthly reporting against the budget for my areas of work. So when you have this responsibility, and you as a director have this responsibility, and you're reporting on it on a regular basis, you quickly learn where the price and the budget is lacking. So you quickly start to see where you're short in your price on different areas. So cost tracking through the job allows you to mitigate potential issues. So if you pick this up early, you might be able to fix it. But importantly for tendering and estimating, it allows you to feed back any issues back into your estimating so the problems don't reoccur, which is what you're trying to achieve. You don't want to keep making the same mistake in your pricing. So this is something that I don't see done particularly well in construction, and then often my experience, these lessons learned, they're not truly learned and they're not carried over to the next project when pricing at the tender stage. So an example of what this might look like on one of your jobs, when you deliver the job, you collect all the materials invoices and you tally up the material invoices for that job to reach the final amount on that job, then comparing it back to the original estimate and comparing how they differ. And obviously, if your materials have gone higher than your estimate, and by a significant amount, there was an issue with your pricing. So getting to the bottom of that and fixing it for the next one is what we're trying to achieve. So you do this for things, the split however you'd like, but I would suggest materials, labor, plant, and prelims as a minimum. So when I train my clients on my tender training program, and when I'm teaching them about putting together stronger tenders, this lesson learned and cost tracking and feeding it back into your estimating, it's a key process inclusion. We're always trying to improve, and this is a good process step for continual improvement. Right, so they're my two items that I talk about today. So in summary, lessons learned is critical to hone your pricing and tendering, and understanding where the issues are so you can learn from them. And this is really going to help you avoid repeat pricing issues. Okay, yeah, that's it for today. I'd like to keep these nice and short and sweet. Stay tuned. I'll throw another one of these together when I can, and I'll cover another impactful tendering topic. I've got a few. If you go to my LinkedIn profile, I've got a couple freebies that you could download, or there's also, I offer a number of free a limited number of calls where we can talk specifically about how you can improve your tendering, both my download and my a call you can find on my LinkedIn profile. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, and I will see you again soon.